my worries. Nowhere to go, nothing to do, no longer in a hurry. Happiness is here and now. I have dropped my worries. Somewhere to go, something to do, but not in a hurry.
Alright, let's try again. Test 3. I have defriended Teacher Tim. He is no longer my friend. But now he's my friend again because I added him. In hopes that now we should be able to add each other on the live events. We are trying that approach. And we are seeing if Facebook likes it. Hopefully Facebook finds this appropriate enough to let us speak live together. I think it's a little bit fearful of the joy it might create, as if Teacher Tim and I both get on live at the same time. That might be Facebook too much to handle. I am waiting for him to come in and accept the invite. I think it should work now. It looks a little different, so I have high hopes. But again, I welcome everyone that's here. I hope you all can see this. I've been asked, while we wait, to talk about an idea that I've had in the past with my students in China about technology and them using tablets and kind of a look for the future there. And so I was hoping to have discussions today with everyone. So yeah. Ooh, he's live in another group. Oh no. Is that the Innovative English group? Should I go in that group? Hi. Maybe he can come here. I don't. He should be able to come here now. See if he can come here. And then I think we should be good to go. No. Although it's funny, now I can't add Superbad Peapod. Hi. Oh, okay. Oh, it's okay. So yeah, bring Teacher Tim on here, see if we can get this started, and we'll see what we can do. I don't think I can leave here. I think, yeah. Send him a message to try and join another final time. And if he still can't join, then I'll just go speak to some of you and we'll see the spiel. Hey! He's here! Wave! Oh no! Yep. I will stay here no matter what. Although I cannot invite you currently. It says I cannot go live with you right now. Other people I can all go live with. Hmm. This is very interesting. I wonder. Just tried adding Samantha.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, so I'm able to add you, right? And it's all fine.
Uh, I don't free right now.
Oh, it's okay. I wanted to see that I could add you, and it just seems to be an issue with me and teacher Tim. Anyway, nice to meet you,
Yeah.
by the way.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. Well, that is interesting. Yeah. So, all right. Okay. Sure. I will discuss then my passion. Is teacher Tim probably crazy?
Hi,
Hey,
Neil. Again,
said Peapod.
again. Yeah, a while ago is a zero notice. I was walking around my home, and then when I get your invitation, so it's now I'm ready. And Tim, he is going on his Facebook Live as well. Yeah, the same times.
Oh, okay.
Anyway,
Yeah,
how
so
are you?
I'll
Long time no see.
hmm?
Long time no see. Yeah, for
Yeah, long
our
time no see.
last conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I was gonna talk today about some technology stuff. Well, do you have any
Oh,
thoughts about that?
yeah. Actually, I have no idea about technology, but what I know that we cannot reach each other by the technology.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, it is something for it's many reasons we cannot reach by technology as we did we success previously because of the sometimes I noticed that we need to delete some the memory in our phone sometimes. Yeah, because
Mm-hmm.
it's limited. Yeah, and then, like this morning, I tried to upload one video clip. That is very easy for me, but I can't. And later on, I got the notification that you're supposed to delete or erase some of the memories inside your phone. And then I did. And finally, it's become successful.
Oh, okay. Well, it's
Hmm.
funny because this is a new phone, and so the memory isn't much of an issue, I guess. I think right now the main
Mm.
issue is just between me and teacher Tim, and we have to try and figure that out. Because
Hmm.
we can both invite everyone else, but not that. But the technology thing that I was mentioning was more kind of kind of education in schools and that kind of technology. So I
Hmm.
spoke earlier about tablets and using it in the classroom and kind of what students could do from there. And actually, with me coming from a music background, one of the things that I thought would be really useful, as a tablet is a kind of music theory. If you like have a notation, music notation, using technology, you don't need a keyboard anymore. You can write the notes in and you can listen to chords and you can listen to music examples, all kinds of things
Yeah,
like that,
really?
just using the
Mm.
tablet. So I think that's a really
Yeah, that
cool,
is
innovative
wonderful.
thing. Here there are many apps that students have where they do overdubbing. So they watch their favorite movie, and then they can speak the dialogue of the movie as their own voice, and then plug it in, and then it goes. It's like they're in the movie. So that's kind of cool too.
Yeah, it is wonderful. It's about how you call it, artificial something, VR or AR. I'm not sure.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot going on.
Virtual, yeah,
Virtual
yeah.
reality.
And now
And then
virtual
AR too.
virtual reality, yeah. And now we come
Yeah.
to they can record their own voice. They feel like they joy in that virtual world, right?
Yeah.
About what you just mentioned. Yeah,
And part
the
of
world is
being
changing.
in the virtual world, I mean, people love, I mean, that's a lot of the reason why people watch movies, read books, play games, you know, they want to kind of go into a new kind of a world, and you know, virtual reality and AR, both of these things kind of either brings you into a world or puts you other things into your world already, which kind of makes you see things differently.
Yeah.
And I think that's something great, because I think a lot of the times, you know, we are just together every day, we're living our same lives, doing the same thing over and over again. But there comes a point where we need a new look on things, a new outlook on things. And for me, technology is definitely a way to do this. But personally, right now, what I've been doing is flower arranging. And this flower arranging has made me see so many new things, just going outside and looking at like the trees on the road or something, you know, that's all open, because now I see different angles, different shapes, and my whole mindset on this has just totally changed. Even looking at like a
Yeah.
wall where, you know, you have a scratch, or like it's broken, but the scratch is kind of in a very oval shape. You think, oh God, that's so ugly. There's a scratch on the wall, but I see it. Wow, that's a beautiful line. You know, it's like you can use it in art, and so I think it's crazy how your mind can change from one view into another. And I think in
Yeah.
education, to get, you know, anyone learning anything, just to change the mindset. I think
I
that's
said, yeah.
a great kind of tool. And if technology can accomplish that in any way to make people happier and more comfortable, then I think that's, or even just to see things differently, I think it's great.
Yeah. I think it's teacher Tim already mentioned about our keywords. It's duality. Duality, we need to keep balancing the virtual world and the real world. Last time when I talked with the team sharing about the now, what I'm enjoying now is enjoy reading a new book, and it's a hard copy.
Yeah.
And I told the team that actually in this world, the now digital age, we could enjoy the audiobook, ebook, but when you are reading, the book, maybe you need something like emotion. So when you're reading a hard copy, you get the different, completely different when you are reading ebook or the audiobook. Yeah, sometimes it's about the emotion. Yeah, you cannot get everything from the virtual reality, artificial. But when we come to something conventional, like reading a book, I still love reading a hard copy, because you can touch, you can feel like a paper aroma. Yeah, and then you can move, you can move
It's a totally different feeling.
your body while you are reading. Yeah, totally. very sunny in Thailand today. And how about in China? It's very hot. Hello, can you hear me?
Are you still there?
Yeah. I still at my place, at my home.
Oh, okay. I just lost you for a bit.
Yeah, Nelusa, today is not your days because we all face the internet connection problems. And now, can you hear me, Teacher Neil?
The internet connection is a little bit weird.
Yeah, this,
I can hear you. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, very clear. It's sometimes it's a fluctuate. The connection is fluctuated from time to time. But I still, I can hear you now. Clearly.
Good. Nelutsa, do you have any questions you want to ask us? I mean, I think we can talk about some other stuff. You know, what questions you'd like to ask about technology, even if you can't come on live. Feel free to ask questions, anyone.
Yeah, you love to join the Facebook Live. Can you get connect to Teacher Neil? If so, I will head out and let you share your own thoughts about the technology, Nelusa. If you are free, you are available, so please write something in the comment box. Okay, I think how you think? Okay, I will head out and then you might. Yeah. And Teacher Neil, did you follow the I and Teacher Team activities in down south of Thailand a couple of weeks ago?
I saw a lot of videos. I saw him interacting with some of the younger monks, and he was teaching them some things. It looked like a great time.
Yeah, because we felt so happy down there because we set up the very intensive program, just 4 days, and for the many activities at the temples and on the TV broadcasting and promoting the idea of the true project-based learning. And we also have the big chance and to join the talking with 60 children in a detention center down south, because we can fulfill, we can fill up their dreams, because we know that they are looking forward to talking face to face with a foreigner. So we arrange our schedule, and I and the team went there, and then we can make their dream come true. That is what happiness happens in there.
That is great. That is that sounds like, you know, an experience in a lifetime. You know, especially, I mean,
yeah, exactly.
You know, many people, I can't say I know how the training of a monk's life works, but you know, mostly from what I hear, it's kind of very reclusive. You know, not many people can go out and see other people. So for you know, foreigners to come in and get a chance to speak with them, and it must be totally different, you know, a totally different thing. Yeah,
what I would like to share, how about this, if this activities happened 2 decades ago, this let's say the analog times, and now, you know, we have appointment in earlier with down south. At in the old days, if your first time at the airport, and what's happened today, because a few weeks when we went to there, we invite someone I just mentioned to be on Facebook Live and then share their thoughts and then can talk face to face in a virtual world. And then when teacher Tim and someone down south, she's a teacher as well, airport. That is not the first time for both of them. It is second times because the first they can talk face to face actually on virtual world, on Facebook Live. And then when they met at the airport, they can continue, they can carry on their relationship. Yeah, that is a completely difference when comparing the old days with the present times, the digital age.
Right. That's great. And yeah, and that's why I think a lot of the time, Melissa just asked the question about the addiction. I do believe the addiction is a problem. But if it is used in a way, like you were saying, like if it's used innovatively and smartly, such as connecting with people and learning, then, I mean, if you're addicted to learning, I mean, it's kind of the same, you know, it's people say addiction is bad, but it kind of depends on, you know, how and what you're addicted to. I mean, many people could say they're addicted to music or they're addicted to art because all they do is art. But I mean, if you're using the mobile or Facebook to communicate with people from over the world, or using it in a way that enhances your life and doesn't, you know, take from it, then I think that
Exactly.
it's not as much of a problem.
Exactly. Yeah. That is, I agree with you because when we talk about these keywords you just mentioned, addiction, people always program. They always use in a negative way, like a drug addiction, sugar addiction is not good for health. But we can use like in a positive way. In a positive way, like you mentioned, it's a musical addiction. Yeah, I agree with you because sometimes we often use the same words in a different negative way. So even though it can be
Yeah. Children. Yeah, you know, I've seen a lot of children now with tablets and mobiles too, and I think most of what they do is play games. They do start to cry and get angry. That's like any child with any kind of a toy. You know, before there were, you know, tablets and mobiles, we had little like action figures or dolls or something. And, you know, we would play with our toys, and then, you know, when dinner time came, or, you know, when we had to go do homework, you know, our parents would take our toys, and then we would cry, and then we would say, no, we don't want it, we want to play. So, I mean, in a way, it's kind of the same thing as a toy. So again, I think there's part of the parents' responsibility is to kind of regulate, you know, what kind of toy that you're giving your children. If you give them a tablet or a mobile, you know, are you going to give them access to all the different things that phones and tablets can have that give birth to the bad addictions? Or are you just going to give them positive apps and positive ways of using it? You know, I think parents have to teach their kids kind of how to use this technology. It can't just be, oh, here's a phone, you know, do what you want with it. You know, because then, you know, these addictions, they're possible, and you know, it can get started even accidentally. But if someone is showing you, hey, you can do this with this, if you start with, you know, that kind of, oh wow, I can talk to people from halfway across the world, that's amazing. You know, if that's the only thing you know that the phone can do or that the tablet can do, then it's not a bad idea. But if you just give them Pandora's box and just start with everything, you know, like give them everything, then it's a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I think what you said is something like a pros and cons. Pros and cons. In Chinese words, how you call this in Chinese words? Yin yang. It's black and white, yeah, in the circle, right? It's just duality,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So the something have their pros and cons. So like you said, the gaming sometimes is become something not so good for children because they cannot have the proper time allocation. And then if they can use in a positive way, they can utilize this gaming in English speaking development, whatever. And that is the pros.
Right.
And how about the cons? How about the cons? If children spend too much time on gaming, yeah, they lost their times for their something education. So what the parent should give them advice is that to know how to keep balancing, like a duality, try to be responsible for themselves for time allocation. That is what should be
Mm-hmm.
parents. I'm talking about the constructive parenting and how to
Right.
can give your children permission, but you cannot control
Mm-hmm.
them. You just guide them the proper way in time allocation, and
Right.
everything in the world has two sides. It is a positive, negative. It depends on the external factors. It depends on the situation. It depends on the many reasons how
Right.
we use it. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, a lot of it is perspective too. Because if you think about it, I think Teacher Tim may have talked about this earlier, but gaming, even just playing like some games, like not even education-based games, but just having fun in a team games, But this actually has given birth to a new business, a new kind of what do you call it? Sports. It's called esports, and there is so much money now invested into esports. And I mean, people when they go and have these gaming competitions, just like you have like chess championships, now you have Dota championships. It's kind of like a MOBA game, where a group of you're in a team, and you go and you compete to be number one, and you compete against other teams. I mean, this is again, it takes a lot of work. It's not just, oh, I'm gonna go and play a game or whatever. No, it's kind of like a full job. You have to be with your team, you have to practice every day, and then you have to have these competitions. And then, but there's a payoff. I mean, you can make a living being a gamer now. And I mean, that's a great thing. And I think a lot of people, a lot of parents especially, and a lot of people look down on this because they don't see the hard work in professional gamers. They just see, oh, you're just playing games for a living, you're not actually doing anything. But I mean,
Mhm,
if
mhm.
you're really going professional, and I think that's kind of a little bit of the difference between amateurs and professionals, how you want to look at what you're doing for gaming. It's the same
Yeah,
thing as
yeah.
if you're playing for fun, or if you're going to tournament, then it's the same. It's a different feeling. It's a different preparation.
Yeah,
So
exactly,
it's again, it's
exactly. I
total
agree. I
perspective
agree.
on
I agree.
things.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
if
That
we're
that
not
is
talking about games, I
that.
mean, many parents don't like art either. So, like, say you want to be an artist, you want to draw for a living. Your parents might say,
Yeah,
"Oh, you'll never make a career doing that. There's so many people better than you. Everyone else wants to do that." But now you say, "Oh, I want to be a gamer." Parents are like, "Oh no, what? You're wasting your life. Be a doctor, be a lawyer." That kind of thing. Because it's sturdy. You have
yeah.
financial security, and so I mean, it's all
Mm.
very have to find your own path, but
Exactly.
don't do it
Yeah.
halfly. You have to do it. You're fully commit yourself to that path, whatever it is. And then I think that even,
Mm,
you know, what you call gaming for children, you know, if you commit to it and practice, you know, then it can become a good thing and a great
mm,
thing and something that makes you happy every day.
mm. Yeah,
And I mean, that's
exactly.
what we're trying
I
to
agree
find,
with you.
what makes us happy every day.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Teacher Neil now interested in the parenting, the approach, how is a constructive one, because what you just said is you sharing the truth. It's happened in, I'm not saying, maybe it's not happened only in Thailand, ASEAN, but in American as well, because the adults always they are think of themselves as something true, because they always take lead to their kids, because they always program their children to think as they experience or they are exactly the same as their perspectives. Yeah, that
Right.
bring me to one sentence I read from a book, because the people, not only in family but in the society, the people always judge, always they criticize, all the way they measure the others by their own yardstick. That is
Mm-hmm.
what the happens in the world, because we can connect it to a keyword city team promoting so many years about the permission based. Permission based that you have to permit someone to do on their way. City team mentioned go be you always. That is very easy, very
Mm-hmm.
simple words, but people don't understand what is here going to show this idea to the world, because the people always
Mm-hmm.
stuck on what they are, the perceptions. And then if you program this thing, you never think the other different. And then you still go on your way, and you always justify the others, criticize the others that did not go on something you are thinking. Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
that we need to promote this idea to the especially young generation, and the parent of this young generation supposed to think about this. What I would like to share, what happened in the Run Sikhalai. The Run Sikhalai is something, a demonstrative school in KMUTT, a teacher team he worked for before the KMUTT. Yeah. That is, it's a new education schooling system. When your children are supposed to apply study in this school, and they are supposed to got their interview, and to see how about their idea, how about their dream, how about their vision. But at the same time, their parents also required to be interviewed as well. So they have to be
Right.
synchronously. Yeah, you see, the
Yeah.
students they stay at the school only 8 hours a day, and
Mm-hmm.
if parents don't understand the way of the teaching, so when the children come back to their homes, they spend 12 hours, not sorry, 16 hours a day. And if both family education, let's say, is by parent, and the education at school, formal and informal education, they come in a different way. The children become confused. What they got 8 hours in the school is a difference totally with parents tied to giving them another way. Yeah, they have to go
Mm-hmm.
there synchronously. Yeah, that is why the parents require as well to be interviewed to make sure that their mindset is go together with the school.
Mm. Definitely. Yep.
Yeah.
I agree 100%. I think that's one of the beauties of being a parent is to be able to have that mutual connection. I mean, the parents, most parents think that, oh, I need to raise my kid, but it's actually parents and kids have a relationship that grow together. You know, like
Mm.
two plants growing in one pot. You know, they kind of intertwine with
Mm,
each other,
mm,
and sometimes
mm.
Some parents just think, oh, I need to make sure that I take care of this one plant. And sometimes that distances themselves from their kids. And there's a point where they don't grow together naturally. And
Naturally grow together.
Mhm.
This the keywords in there. Yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm. And teacher Tim. Teacher Tim, he talked something close to the what we are discussing. It's about the teacher and student. Teacher Tim,
Mhm.
when he mentioned himself, when he talked with someone on the real
Mhm.
world, virtual world, he think of the others. He always think of the other as a teacher, and teacher Tim is his student because deeply listen to the guy, and then he learned more and more. That is a two-way
Mhm.
communicate. Actually, that we can learn together. We can share
Yeah.
together, and we come to the something through. Because if
Mhm.
you close your eye and then be like ecocentric because you are older than the others and you try to dictate the other ones. Yeah, it's not something constructive. It's destructive for me. This is my idea.
Right.
So people should talk and to share the thing and respect each other and go together as something beautiful.
I mean, yeah. And the best teachers, they're the best students. I mean, so all teachers, should have the mindset of a student, I mean, because otherwise it's too stagnant. Yeah, and like you said, there's again that lack of creativity, that lack of relationship between the two, and so it hurts the education. Yeah, I agree totally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, happy when I heard you talking about the stagnant because of if the teacher they don't open their mind, might be they
Right.
become the stagnant forever
Mm-hmm.
in the stagnation point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, teacher Neil, I supposed to have to do something in the afternoon with my staff at the company. So thank you very much
Okay.
for the sharing with me today, and then see you next time. Yeah, have a
Yeah,
nice day.
all right. See you next time. You too.
สวัสดีครับ
Take care.
สวัสดีครับ Greeting for Thailand. Why?
Oh,
Thank you.
bye-bye. That was fun. Yeah. Well, I enjoyed that. Together with the parents, the children, and the teachers, and there's always going to be more and more topics to discuss with this. So, I am happy to get back on another time and keep talking about other education stuff, and there'll be some more activities that we'll be doing, and hopefully Teacher Tim and I can figure out how to get connected too, but thank you everyone, and thank you Super Dad Peapot. Lovely to talk to you again. And yeah, hope to talk to all of you again soon and get more involved in everything. Alright, well, my time is pretty much gone for the day. Time for me to get started on some good stuff I'll share with you all later. Enjoy your day, everyone. And as everyone says, go be you always. Take care.
Happiness is here and now. I have dropped my worries. Nowhere to go, nothing is here and now. I have dropped my worries. Somewhere to go, something to do, but not in a hurry. Happiness is here and now. I have dropped my worries. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. No longer in a hurry. Happiness is here and now. I have dropped my worries. Somewhere to go, something to do, but not in a hurry.
เราจบปริญญาตรีอายุ 21 นะอีก 40 ปีเราจะไม่เรียนรู้อะไรเพิ่มเลยเหรอใช่ไหมครับแล้วโลกเดี๋ยวนี้เป็นโลกของการเรียนรู้นะครับแล้วก็อยากจะพูดอยู่อันหนึ่งนะครับว่าสิ่งที่อยากเห็นในสังคมไทยก็คือ Triple L L
ค่ะ
Lifelong Learning ตรงนี้แหละครับที่จะเป็นตัวที่เป็นหัวใจนะครับที่จะทำให้SB move ไปข้างหน้าได้